When you say about the progression of the game, and we've referenced you as a trailblazer a couple of minutes ago and seeing Tella Stadium full and our expectations for the Aviva, you were there in 2017 for that press conference where you were calling out the authorities and saying we need better standards, we need to be looked after better.
Look, I think it was something that we as players at the time, I think the likes of Emma Byrne is obviously involved in the first team now, Anya O'Gorman, and the PFAI were brilliant for us then as well. They just kind of helped us through and in knowing what to do, and I think it was a stage where we felt it was nearly now or never that we would make a stand and try to get better treatment for the girls, and I think you can see how much they've kicked on since then. I think it's been brilliant to see the backing that the FAI have given us. And it's great to see the girls being able to reap the benefits. And for younger girls coming through now to see that there actually are opportunities within football, whether to be professional here in Ireland or to be able to go abroad and to go into your Ireland's setups and not be out of pocket for playing football for your country. So it's brilliant to see the changes.
Yeah. I can only imagine, like, just that bit of equality. And we know that a lot of the lads did band together and we're like, no, sorry lads, this isn't right, we need to make sure that the women are getting the standard as well.
Yeah, it was brilliant to have the back, and I think all of us when we went into that strike in 2017 we're a little bit nervous about how it might come down, but it was great to get the support from everybody around us.
Yeah, you could also just not done it. Do you know what I mean? We could be here all these years later and nothing could have changed.
Yeah.
And the fact that you did.
Yeah, I think we all knew, as I said, at that stage that we had the quality of players. It was just, and again, I know we hear so much about equal pay, but for us it was about equal treatments and equal opportunity and just being given the same backing that the men's team were getting. And I think you can see, as I said, the benefits that have come from getting that backing.
And it's amazing because an awful lot of, you know, the household names, you know, there would be Katie McCabe, who plays for an Arsenal, and we see her on Sky Sports at the weekend. But there's also Julianne Russell, who we just mentioned. She's playing for Galway. Like, she's at home. She's in a league in Ireland. Is it important that they are kind of looking at those, but it doesn't just have to be the superstars, because, you know, Julie's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know, she had the baby, all that kind of stuff. It is amazing that the management are going, OK, we need to look at everything.
Yeah, well, I think the league here in Ireland has improved. Obviously, I've come back to play here my last few seasons back with Rovers. And Peamount before that, and it's great to see the league and players getting that recognition. I think there's been so many players that have come through this league, and I think there are still some very good players within the league that should be looked at too. So it's brilliant to see.
I suppose you've obviously worked under Vera Pauw when she was there, and you've worked with Eileen Gleeson, who's our current manager, and there was an awful lot of, you know, controversy in relation to what was going on with management in the Irish team. What do you make of it and what Eileen's done?
Yeah, very different styles of managers, very different approaches. Obviously, I had Eileen at Peamount before that, so I have a lot of respect for Eileen and what she's done. And I think, again, going back to what we spoke about the league and players getting opportunities, I think she's one manager that definitely is passionate about the League of Ireland, which I think is important for the progression of women's football. But just two different styles of managers. I think it's important to respect what Vera done for the team. I think she helped us get to a World Cup, our very first tournament, so she deserves that recognition. But I think, as I said, just two different styles of managers. And
what's the difference in the styles?
Oh God, you're testing me here now. Look, obviously for myself, I didn't really feature under Vera, you know, so I had opportunities here and there, but I really felt I never really got a proper opportunity to show what I could do and to be part of the squad, particularly having played for Ireland for 15 to 20 years, you know, to be kind of not given that opportunity was disappointing for me. But again, I had to look at what she was doing. She felt she had the right squad around her, and she went with it, and they qualified for a World Cup. So for me, on a personal level, as I said, I respect her as a manager, but it's somebody that I didn't get the feature under. So it's kind of a disappointing thing for me overall.
Yeah,
I can only imagine that it is.
For saying it
and you have retired. Like, you retired. Your international boots, all the boots are set up. You've set up a coaching. Are you setting up a coaching camp?
Yeah. So it's obviously something that I knew was coming down the line. You know, in terms of retirement, it's not something as an athlete you want to think about.
No.
But myself and Dean had put our heads together about 6 years ago. We started up a coaching company. Now Dean works full time as well, so he has to give up a lot of time in the evenings and after work and stuff in terms of doing all of the admin, because I do none of that.
Good woman.
But yeah, we're on the. We're in the schools, we're doing coaching camps, and we just set up a girls in sport programme for young teenage girls in secondary schools to try and combat the girls in sport, girls dropping out of sport. Yeah. So it's gone so well, I have to say. Like, it was something that we tried out at the end of last year, and we've continued with Rockford Manor this year. So it's something that we're looking to try and bring into other schools and just try to help fight that combat and keeping girls in sports. I think it's
fantastic.
Particularly with girls. Yeah, the drop that like 13, 14 is the
huge
most
dropout rate, and keeping them in. We know it's better for mental health and for physical physical health. It's called Champions Coaching. Can you imagine going into school and Stephanie's bloody coaching? You'd be like, all right, this is going to be great fun.
No,
It's
okay.
amazing. So lovely to see you. Congratulations on the retirement. You're not chill, are you? No, she's not. No, she's working like a lunatic.
You're a fabulous
crazy.
retiree, in fairness.
Yeah, fabulous.
I was told last night by a young kid in the audience that I am very young to be retiring, so I was happy to hear that. It was nice to hear.
I'll take it. Stephanie Zambra, thanks for joining us
Thank
this
you so
morning.
much.
Cheers.
Lovely to see you.
Thanks for having
We're going to beat Wales. That's what she says. We'll be back with you on Ireland AM in just a minute.